Welcome to the Retro Tech Trivia Quiz. Get ready to test your knowledge of classic gadgets and tech from the past. There are 25 questions in total, 10 true or false, 10 multiple choice, and 5 fill in the blank. Lock in your answers before the timer runs out, and don't forget to share your score in the comments. Let's dive in. Question 1. The first commercial cell phone, the Motorola DynaTAC, was released in 1983. True or false? True, the Motorola DynaTAC Akka the Brick weighed 2.2 pounds and cost a whopping $3,995. Talk about a luxury item. Question 2. The Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, was originally released in Japan under the name Famicom. True or false? True, the Famicom, short for Family Computer, hit Japan in 1983 before rebranding as the NES in the US in 1985. Question 3. The Sony Walkman was the first portable music player ever created. True or false? False. Portable cassette players existed before the Walkman, but Sony's 1979 release popularized the concept of personal music on the go. Question 4. The Atari 2600 was the first home video game console. True or false? False. The Magnavox Odyssey, released in 1972, holds that title. The Atari 2600 came later in 1977 and revolutionized gaming. Question 5. Floppy disks were originally called memory disks. True or false? False. They were nicknamed floppy because of their flexible plastic casing. The first 8-inch version debuted in 1971. Question 6. The Apple Lisa, released in 1983, was the first computer with a graphical user interface, GUI. True or false? False. The Xerox Alto, developed in the 1970s, pioneered the GUI. The Lisa brought it to the mainstream at a steep $10,000 price tag. Question 7. The term Wi-Fi was coined in the 1990s. True or false? True. Wi-Fi became a trademark in 1999. Fun fact, it doesn't stand for anything, it's just a catchy name. Question 8. The Commodore 64 is the best-selling single computer model of all time. True or false? True. With over 17 million units sold, the C64 dominated the 1980s. Its sound chip was legendary for gaming. Question 9. The original PlayStation could also play audio CDs. True or false? True. Sony's 1994 console doubled as a CD player, which helped it outsell the cartridge-based Nintendo 64. Question 10. This one's a hard one. Good luck. The Tamagotchi, a virtual pet, was invented by a dentist. True or false? False. It was created by Akimeta, a Bandai employee, in 1996. No dental tools were involved in its making. We are warmed up now. If you're enjoying the quiz, give us a like and subscribe. Up next, 10 tricky multiple-choice questions. Question 11. What was the storage capacity of the original 3.5-inch floppy disk? A. 360 KB, B. 1.44 MB, C. 720 KB, or D. A slice of toast? C. 720 KB. The earliest 3.5-inch floppies held 720 KB, later upgraded to 1.44 MB. And no, toast was never a storage option. Question 12. Which of these retro gaming consoles was released first? A. Sega Genesis, B. Super Nintendo, C. Atari 2600, or D. A potato battery? C. The Atari 2600 launched in 1977, beating the Sega Genesis 1988 and Super Nintendo 1990. Potatoes still can't run games yet. Question 13. The Pong arcade game was based on what real-world sport? A. Tennis, B. Ping pong, C. Soccer, or D. Competitive napping? B. Ping pong. Atari's 1972 hit simplified table tennis into 2 paddles and a dot. Napping champions were disappointed. Question 14. What did the V in VHS stand for? A. Video, B. Virtual, C. Victory, or D. Very confusing technology? A. Video. VHS equals video home system, though very confusing technology fits if you ever tried to untangle the tapes. Question 15. Which company created the first digital camera in 1975? A. Kodak, B. Sony, C. Polaroid, or D. A time-traveling caveman? A. Kodak. Their prototype weighed 8 pounds and stored photos on cassette tapes. The caveman was busy inventing the wheel. Question 16. This one's a hard one. Good luck. The Oregon Trail game was originally developed to teach students about A. Typing, B. Geography, C. Dysentery, or D. How to annoy millennials. B. Geography. The 1971 game taught U.S. frontier history and the perils of dysentery. Millennials were traumatized for life. Question 17. What was the nickname of the first IBM PC released in 1981? A. The Acorn, B. The Peanut, C. The Walnut, or D. The Nutty Professor? A. The Acorn. Its codename referenced its small size. Sadly, Jerry Lewis was not involved. Question 18. The www in URLs was invented by A. Al Gore, B. Tim Berners-Lee, C. Bill Gates, or D. A very tired cat walking on a keyboard? B. Tim Berners-Lee. The web pioneer created it in 1989. Cats didn't contribute until the rise of lolcats. Question 19. Which of these was not a feature of the original Game Boy? A. A link cable, B. A backlit screen, C. AA batteries, or D. The ability to predict the future? B. A backlit screen. The 1989 Game Boy required external light. Future prediction came with the Psychic Pokémon Asterisk Edition. Question 20. The first commercial microwave oven was called A. Radarange, B. Heatmaster, C. Nuke-O-Matic, or D. The Death Star Canteen Special? A. Radarange. Released in 1947, it stood 5.5 feet tall and cost $5,000. Star Wars fans had to wait decades for their version. I hope you have been getting some correct. Next up, 5 nostalgic fill-in-the-blank questions. Question 21. The blank was a handheld device that let you trade monsters with friends via infrared. What fills in the blank? The answer is Pokémon Pikachu. This 1998 gadget was a precursor to the Pokémon craze, and many lost playground battles. Question 22. The blank disc format lost the format war to Blu-ray in 2008. What fills in the blank? The answer is HD DVD. Backed by Toshiba, it was discontinued after just 2 years. Blu-ray celebrated with a laser light show. Question 23. This one's a hard one. Good luck. The blank was a failed Sega console that used lock-on cartridges to enhance games. What fills in the blank? The answer is Sega 32X. This 1994 add-on for the Genesis was confusing, expensive, and quickly forgotten. Oops. Question 24. The blank computer famously had a trash can icon for deleting files. What fills in the blank? The answer is Apple Macintosh. The 1984 original popularized graphical interfaces and the joy of dragging files to the trash. Question 25. The blank was a 1990s virtual reality headset that gave players motion sickness. What fills in the blank? The answer is Virtual Boy. Nintendo's 1995 red and black disaster was more virtual headache than virtual reality. And that is the end of the quiz. We hope you've enjoyed this trip down tech memory lane. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and brag about your score in the comments. Until next time.